Hey there friends, welcome back to another Legally Armed America video. I'm of course Paul Glasgow here, the one and only truth pimp, dealing you a vulgar display of logic and reason on a daily basis. Today's setting's a little bit different. Why? It's because I'm working today, which is really ironical that I'm here to talk about the topic that I'm going to be talking about, because again, I'm actually earning for the food that I put on my table to feed my family today, which is really not the case for a whole lot of my friends out there. What I'm going to be talking more specifically about today is Houston, Texas. Now, I'm not trying to pick on Houston, Texas, but Houston, Texas is just over the river, or just west of me over there. You've seen a lot of the videos of these big fat people talking about how they're going to fight, how they're going to rob, how they're going to get theirs when Food Stamp Friday kicks in this Friday, right? Whenever they don't get their food stamps. It's a weird entitlement thing that they're actually getting something from somebody else, but they're mad because they're not going to get their free stuff anymore, that they're actually taking from people like me and you who are doing what? Working to pay for hours. Guess who's still going to have food to put on their table on Food Stamp Friday? Me, because I don't get any free handouts. I want to talk about the epidemic nobody wants to talk about, which is laziness. I'm talking about all the able-bodied people, in this case, Houston, who sit at home cashing food stamp cards while they pretend that the economy is the real problem. Spoiler alert, the real problem is staring back at them in the bottom of that 40 whenever they're trying to down it. Here's the numbers. We're going to be talking about Harris County. That's the Houston area, surrounding area. It's a pretty sprawling area, very big. Has about 431,000 households in it that collect food stamps. That's roughly 910,000 individuals, or 1 in 5 households living off of taxpayer dollars in the Houston area. Now, none of this is my opinion. This is all statistical stuff that you guys can find out there. My goal here is to put enough truth out there to where people who say, I'm gonna get mines, you can at least respond with an intelligent thought that it ain't yours to begin with. According to federal data, about 25% of adult food stamp or SNAP recipients nationwide are able-bodied adults without dependents of any kind, meaning no kids. Apply that ratio to Houston and you're staring at roughly 227,000 healthy, work-capable adults who are on welfare. That's pathetic. 227,000 people in one city who are capable of working and have no dependents, sucking off of the welfare system while you and I get up in the morning, put work boots on, and go to work. Now, here's the best part. A lot of these people will tell you, oh, but we don't have any jobs. In the Houston area, these are official jobs. These aren't including the unofficial jobs for maybe subcontractors and people who are paying cash. Official jobs. There are 133,000 listed jobs in the Houston area. Remember I said that number of able-bodied welfare recipients was 227,000? Again, 133,000 official documented job openings right now, looking for work-capable, able-bodied people to fill them. And by the way, I don't make this stuff up. 133,000 job openings right now is verified by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, USA Facts, and Indeed. Everywhere you look, companies are hiring. So for every job in the Houston area that's available right now, there's 1.7 people on food stamps. You get that correlation, right? For every job opening in Harris County, there's almost 2 people receiving food stamps. Way more people who are able-bodied, work-capable than job openings. The jobs are out there. If even half of those freeloaders clocked in for work tomorrow, the labor shortage would disappear. And Houston's economy is booming. There's energy, shipping, logistics, construction, everything. Pick your poison, pick your job. These aren't mythical jobs in distant cities way off where you would have to travel, uproot your family or whatever. They're right here waiting for you to apply, get off your big ass and apply for it. But that doesn't fit the victim mentality. It doesn't fit the whole narrative of the greedy business owner. Oh yeah, I'm not working for the man. You know what? We're working for the man, and you're sitting on your butt reaping those rewards that we are actually making. Now, there is a rule in place called the able-bodied adult without dependence rule that says if you're healthy and child-free, you only get 3 months of food stamps every 3 years unless you work or train. Texas follows that rule. But somehow those rolls of welfare never seem to shrink. You know why? Because politicians are involved. Politicians can apply for and they always get waivers. So although there is a rule in place to prevent these 227,000 able-bodied people from endlessly sucking off of the government teat by taking our tax dollars and feeding themselves and buying ribeyes and beer with it, instead of doing that, these politicians, they go begging to them, and they're essentially trading welfare stamps for votes. They beg, they get waivers, and they get granted those waivers. But there's an ugly truth to this. A lot of these people who are receiving these welfare stamps, able-bodied more specifically, and again, I want to float the disclaimer out there for all the whiners out there. I know there's people that have food stamps coming to them rightfully. I understand there's some needy people out there. This became a job for some people. That's the problem. It's being abused by way more people who actually need it. So let me get that out of the way. For those of you that want to cry and whine, oh, but, I need this. But okay, if you truly need it, fine. But I'm not talking about the 487-pound monster sitting on the couch right now watching The View or whatever else saying, I need my food stamp. If they cut them off on Friday, I'm going to steal. Yeah. That person is able-bodied. You're part of the 227,000 that need to get your big ass up off the couch and go to work. But here's the ugly truth. A lot of these folks are angry at me, at you, the true working people here in America, because they can't look us in the eye. They see your discipline. They see you set that alarm clock early in the morning. They see you get up. They see you buy those work boots. They see the condition of those work boots. They see the fact that you are sacrificing your own free time and your time to sit on the couch and eat and watch The View. They see that you're giving that up so that you can go gain some dignity at an actual job, make money, and pay your own bills. What does that mean? It means they hate themselves. It's self-hate. They are projecting their self-hate, their embarrassment back at you. That's the only reaction they can have because they don't have any kind of dignity, so they can't put together an actual useful, legitimate argument. You are reminding them of what they're not doing, which is earning. They're sucking off the system. They are bleeding it dry. You are the provider, they are the taker. So they lash out and they project their embarrassment as outrage to you. How dare you judge me for getting help? I'm not judging you for getting help. I'm judging you for choosing to stay on welfare for good. That bitterness that they have, that anger in them, it's not moral superiority, that's insecurity. Taxpayers like me and you are shelling out billions in taxpayer dollars while these help wanted signs rot in these businesses' windows because nobody wants to apply for a job because it's easier and encouraged to let the welfare system take care of you and your family where you don't have to lift a finger. In fact, in a lot of these communities, it's frowned upon to actually go get a job. They call you an Uncle Tom. They call you working for the man. They shame you because they're mad at themselves. Because when they see somebody pull themselves up by their bootstraps and go, I want better. I want better for me and my family. And then they go out and get better, they're called names. They're shamed because those people hate themselves so much. Now they hate you because you just became better than them because you're a better person. Now you contribute to society. Now you're not a leech, you're actually an earner. Get this, a couple working 40 hours each week at $60,000 a year are literally funding the grocery trips of someone who refuses to join the same workforce. That's not social support, guys. That's economic cannibalism. Look, the longer the system itself rewards idleness and sitting on your ass, the longer people are going to choose that. The more people are going to choose that. If you put that carrot out there, instead of hanging it from a tree or putting it up where somebody has to jump up for it, if you lay that carrot on that chair right there where somebody just has to roll over to it and snatch it up and eat it, they're going to take that one. They don't want to work for the one that they got to jump for. Houston doesn't have a job problem. It has an effort problem. There are more open jobs than excuses in that entire community, more opportunities than obstacles. But as long as politicians buy votes with these exemptions on these SNAP benefits and keep giving people who don't deserve them all these food stamps, this never ends. In fact, they justify it by telling them, oh yeah, this is government, if you don't get it, somebody else is going to get it. I hear people making the argument that your life won't change if I'm getting food stamps or not getting food stamps. Not you specifically, but 227,000 of you, yeah, my life would change if all of you stopped getting that and actually contributed. When we stop calling welfare a lifestyle and start calling it what it is, taxpayer-funded vacation from responsibility, maybe then we'll start fixing what's broken. So Food Stamp Friday rolls in this week. Let me give you guys some advice. I'm talking about the fatties out there that are saying that they're going to, they're making claims that they're going to roll up into the grocery stores and fill their baskets up and walk out. Okay. They're talking about going a step further. They're talking about actually attacking people like me who work. It's funny and kind of ironic. They're already stealing my money through the welfare system. Now they want to actually take it straight out of my hand. Talking about attacking people like us in the parking lots. I'm going to give you the best advice I can. This is for the 487-pound fatty sitting on the couch right now. Think about what you're doing. Think about where you're doing it. Think about what part of the country you feel froggy in. The South ain't the place, I can tell you that. And I think there's plenty of other places you don't want to try that. I think you're running your mouth. I think you're talking crap to try to get somebody to actually do something, because I really don't think any of us feel threatened by you. For the earners out there, like me, who got up this morning early to go to work to actually earn what I put on my table, let me give you some advice. Get a gun, learn how to use it, carry it daily, defend yourself and your family. Don't forget, guys, if you're looking for a book to educate yourself and to educate the idiots out there who can't think for themselves regarding mass shootings, go to damnliars.net. Again, damnliars.net, and get my brand new book, Damn Liars.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America.